go. Happy Friday. Welcome to Forex.Today YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Stay small. Stay humble. Focus on the long term and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Ni hao ma. Hi, my name is Wayne. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you very much for being a client to Traders Way. Thank you very much for being a client to TradersWay.com. We appreciate you. I'm here because they want you to succeed. That's pretty cool, right? So most of you are not trading real money yet, maybe. You're learning. Some of you are getting pro, but some of you are still learning. Well, this is the right place to be. Ask questions, get involved. I will teach you technical analysis, fundamental analysis. I'll screw your head on straight. And then once you start to develop skills and confidence, then we're hoping one day you'll pay it back. You'll pay it back by visiting TradersWay.com, opening an account there, becoming a client, trading real money, and slowly but surely grow your trading account. That's the whole plan. I'm here to make you a success today, and then you pay it back by visiting TradersWay.com and becoming a client. That's a pretty good business model, I think. So thank you again for everything that you do. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for working really hard at being a trader. I know the gig's difficult, but one day you will see the matrix. So thank you for being on my team. Okay, today's Friday. I love Fridays, by the way. I love Fridays because I start planning next week. I start planning next week, Friday, sometimes Thursdays, as you'll see later. But definitely Fridays. So I love, most people say, I love Fridays because it's the end of the week and I get to leave work. That's a sign of poverty, I suppose, right? You should love what you do because it makes you tons of money and makes you happy because, you know, money doesn't make you happy. Okay, well, you'll be happy and you'll have lots of money. And so I love Fridays because I set up my trades for next week. I love it. Why? It's, what do you call it? The profit well. Dipping my bucket into the profit well. I just need a bigger bucket. Okay. Yesterday you didn't cover pissy. Okay, we'll do that. In fact, one of the places I want to start with is USD Swiss franc. USD Swiss, where is it? I probably don't know. USD Swiss franc. Here it is. Boom shalaka laka. Look at that, huh? Hang them high for all to see. Zoop. 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 We'll put that there. Zoop. Maybe there'll be another one. I don't know. Is this a good place to buy? Let's not be opinionated. Let's just be factual. Okay, I don't care what your opinion is. Just tell me, is this a good place to buy? Okay? See how people sweat bullets over doing analysis? They're making it way too complicated. It's either a good buy or it's a bad buy. Okay? That's it. Never in a million years. Cool. So what options does that leave us? Sell it or don't sell it. Ooh, cool. I like that. Well, this is weekly get out. This is monthly get out. Is that worth the risk to you for selling? Jorge says buy low. No, you lost that opportunity. Oh, I don't know what this is, Tuesday or something. I imagine, I can't see it right now, I'm not looking at it, but I imagine we went from here to here, and I think somewhere over here is a high. So it's like, if you were to buy it, Jorge, that was your only logical shot, and you had to be like redonkulously aggressive. Like even then you're like, well, I know we hit the monthly target, we missed the weekly target by just a few pips, but now I'm going to buy it. That is not good trading, but I suppose you could have done it, right? But to do it now where you've already had, like here's what the trade plan would have been for that dude, would have been this. And did that work out? No, because they were thinking higher than that. Oh, for sure, right? So that has already failed. So to do it again, no, that's not good. Just not good trading. Okay? That's all. Just not good trading. All right, so what about reverse? Okay. Could you set up a scenario of that? Could be a rabbit, could be. Well, first of all, let's identify problem areas. Okay. Upside problem areas, aka opportunities to sell. Not too many surprises, right? You bought Monday. Down here? Yeah, okay, that's good. Why are you still in it, though? That's the part I don't understand, Jorge. If you buy it here, that's a good trade. Well, actually, I should say it's a tough trade. It's out of position. So you would have done it on a 4-hour, and you caught this, but you clearly were supposed to get out here. Okay. Okay, Jorge? Or is it George? What do you prefer better, Jorge or George? Georgie? Okay. Is it George or Jorge? Okay. Well, I know it's the same, but some people are like, how dare you call me George? My name is Jorge. Right? Yeah, Jorge, George. Latino, yo sé. You have to do extra. Yeah, not George. Yeah. Lots of people now are like, will do the extra accent. Yeah, they'll do the extra accent. Everybody's so focused on their identity. It'd be like suddenly I'm speaking with a Scottish accent. But anyways. So if you buy it here, that's not an easy trade. Let me just take a look at it. Yeah, it's okay. It's not an easy trade to have bought it here. It's valid for sure. But Oh my gosh, you're supposed to get out there. I mean, that was a day trade. Yeah, you should have been out long ago, my friend. You might have done like a role reversal here and tried again. But like I always wonder, who is that aggressive at the top? And to me, the answer, like right or wrong, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what goes through someone's mind. But someone that buys this, it's a valid purchase, but they don't understand. They don't understand the market, I guess, or they don't understand technical analysis, or they just don't know that this is the top, right? And someone still is buying it, but you know what they're doing now, because it's the end of the week or end of the month, let's say. So let's say once you get past, let's call it 66% of the month, let's say. 2/3 of the month have passed. Okay. The new month starts here. Okay. So there are some that say, okay, they played the game. Okay. They played the game, right? Here's what they did last month. This is a buy zone. Okay. And it predicts this as a top. Did you know that? Someone who bought this said, oh, this is where we're going by the end of April. So these guys, I think if they were smart, took profit here because that was the plan. And they may be trying to do it again. Right? Where they want to take it north here. It's still not the right trade to do. It's still not a good trade. Okay? Now, you could see this rise further and say, Wayne, you're wrong. But that's not true. I'm 100% right. Okay? I'm 100% right. Even if this goes higher, you have to understand I'm right. Okay? Even if it does this now, you'll say, oh, look, Wayne, we're way up here. And you told me to get out at exact resistance, at where the risk is highest. And I'm like, yeah, I'm totally correct. This is a monthly R2. Oops, let's do it this way. That's a monthly R2, weekly M4. I am right. Doesn't have anything to do with direction, whether it's going to go higher or lower. Okay. Hang on. My air conditioning is going weird here. Hang on. Yeah, it's weird. It blows cold air, and then all of a sudden it's not cold air. So it gets hot in here out of the blue. Hang on. Got to open some windows, I guess. Must be a heat exchanger problem or something. It's really weird. Right before I started the webinar, it was blowing ice cold air. Now it's not. So anyways, regardless of what happens next, the right thing to do is to get out. And really, probably on Tuesday. Okay? That is the right thing to do. So what is the next thing to do if you're still a bull? You want to answer that one? Riddle me this. Okay. Now Jorge said buy a dip. It just didn't exist on that time frame. So on a bigger time frame, the dip is way down there. So what is one plausible trade plan for today's bears? How many pips is that? I can't see this anymore. 86 pips. Let's just say an easy 75. Now the filters are new and stuff. I don't know what it is. It just started doing something weird. I think the wiring is wrong. It had to do when we shifted over from winter to summer, and then now it's programmed weird. And I think maybe one of the wires is switched backwards, so when it tries to turn on air, it turns on hot or something. I don't know. All I know is I started falling asleep the other day and I realized it's because it was so hot. Actually, you know what? Let me mess with it. Hang on. Yeah, it's definitely hot in here. Dang, just out of the blue. Richard Richards, moving average indicators like an indicator. It's time to start trading. So, Richard Richards, do you believe I don't trade with candlesticks? Is that what you're suggesting? Tell me what you're suggesting, Richard. Because it sounds like you're saying I don't know how to trade. Okay. Okay, all right. So it sounds like, besides you're yelling, Richard Richards. Probably attic air heading up to the... Well, Jimbo, I have 5 furnaces in my house. So I have 2 on the terrace level. I have 3 at the terrace level, and I have another one way up in the attic, but that's 3 stories above me. So I don't think it's that. But anyways, thank you for the help. Just insinuate we start looking at trading the candlesticks itself. Yeah. But see, the thing is, okay, yeah, you're right, because it's blowing cold again, but as soon as it gets to temperature, then it seems to blow warm air. So I don't know what it's doing. Anyways, well, I have a spray foamed attic, so you can go in the attic. It's not that hot. And like I said, so it's pulling air, but it's not pulling air from the attic. It's pulling air from the HVAC room down here on the terrace level. So anyways, here's the thing. Richard Richards, Tricky Dicky. The candlestick itself is irrelevant until you get to a support and resistance line. Okay? So that's one thing. So I love candlesticks. So you misunderstand. You've only been to a couple of webinars, so you don't really have the right to heckle quite yet, Richard. Okay? But let's go with it. It's when you get to obvious resistance that you then use candlesticks. Okay? So that's that. The primary thing I use in trade planning, Richard Richards, is leading indicators. So I'm not even looking at the moving averages. So you're not using them the same way I am right now. So I use leading indicators. I use price action, which is another form of candlestick patterns. So I use it to identify support and resistance of price, but then within that you get candlestick patterns, right? To confirm or deny that it respects the price level. Because just because this is support and this is support doesn't mean it's going up. But if you get a reversal pattern at here, so now that's a candlestick on top of basically a candlestick. It's a pattern on top of an identified price level. Oh, I just don't remember the Richard Richards stuff. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So there's that. I don't use the moving averages. How am I gonna? I'm trying to. I like to think before I talk. Isn't that unique? Let me fatten this one up a little bit. When we're here, I might use this 5-8 cross, right? Or if I'm trying to judge whether the market has turned bullish or bearish, I'll use this cross, and then I'm done. There is this idea that you buy at the 21, for example, and that I've been teaching for 1,000 years, right? Have it. Well, it hasn't done it in a while, but like if it pulls back like this, it'll be a retracement back to the 21. But you're right, because they're lagging and we're moving. I have to shoot in front of the moving target, right? So very often I just say, to me, it says I'm going to buy a dip and it's probably going to be down around this zone where we meet. And oh, that's a pivot. And then I see a roll reversal. And now I have a confluence of things. And again, I'm not splitting hairs whether it's a 3A2, 50%, a 618. I'm not, there's just a lot going on. And I can do it really quickly and then drop into a small time frame. Okay, right, and that kind of stuff. So I can put together a plan. Let's say if I want to be long, a short-term short but long-term long, I could have a plan that says take this down to the Paradise City, right? With the pips up pretty. And I could say I want to take this down for 100 pips and then buy it back. I could do something like that. So I could leave myself reminders like Hansel and Gretel. Okay. Oh, take me home. Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? So we're talking about trade planning here. I didn't expect to spend this much time on USD Swiss franc, but whatever. Okay. What's next week's trade plan then? It's funny, now the air is falling on my head and it's ice cold. It's burning a hole into my head. It's so cold. Problems, huh? Anyways, you can see it's a perfect weekly swing trade. But it's also a perfect monthly trade plan. You see, it's a perfect weekly trade. It's a perfect monthly trade. Because it's perfect doesn't make it more likely, just makes it more believable. Okay? So this tells me down for part of next week and up the rest of the month. All of May. What do you stink? Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Yeah. Yeah. Well, some people will mix candlestick patterns with price action, and I'm fine with that. To me, it's all the same, right? So the first thing you could use price for is to say this was support, this was support. It might be support in the future. Done. Then the next part of price action is it comes down here and then does this. Boom, long. Okay, but should you ignore this? Should you ignore this? That's not price action. Well, I suppose it is now, but it wasn't earlier. So like, think about price action. Down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up. Can you see why I wrote a book that said buy dips back at the 21? And when we're at the 21, when do you know to buy? Come on, guys, who read my book? You buy at the 21, you're bullish and aggressive. What's the trigger? Jimbo, the biggest measure of risk off is the currency prices. They'll tell you. 5A cross up. Thank you. So my book says buy here, buy here, buy here, right? Cool. And then it says buy here, and that one failed. Yeah, well, it's over. And then what does this say? What does it say in my book? You buy this 5A cross, but you expect a double top. Beautiful, right? Nice. Technically right now, the 55's in control. So are we conservative or are we aggressive? Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. I'm going to please take me home. Yeah, conservative. This is great. So there's a lot going on here, huh? Isn't this nice? No, not aggressive. Wrong on the aggressive. But that's how it's designed to work. So the next step now is down. I got to change colors here. The next step here is down to the 200. Okay. Then what's the next step? Got to change colors again. Just out of the book, guys. I wrote it 12 years ago. It's not a secret. There you go. What do we call this? No, you do not sell aggressive. It's an uptrend. Why would you sell aggressively in an uptrend? No, it's not a hammock. No, it's not turning. I'm talking about the book. Remember the subject matter. What does it say in my book? Huzzaboo's got it. Joe's got it. Brooks got it. Daniel's got it. The Forex market reverses like an old man easing into a hot bath. That's what's taking place. But you know, we knew this 26 days ago that this would probably happen here. So it's only a shock to people that don't know how to trade. But I love people like that because someone's got to buy our exit. You're like, hey, dude, I want to sell. I want to get out of here. If you're a bull, you're like, dude, I want to get out of here. What kind of moron's going to buy my trade now? But there's always somebody. You're like, oh, my God, thank you. Here, I want to sell to you. And they're like, yeah, I want to buy right here. Like I said earlier, I just don't know. I don't understand that person, but I love them. I need them. Hey, I just rode this up for 400 pips. You want to buy it for me now at double resistance? Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Here's my position. Give me your net worth. Okay? But this is only on an hour. You have to realize we have multiple time frames. This is just day trading, guys. See? I wrote a whole book on it. It's so straightforward. Buy here, buy here, buy here, right? This is your last one out. But you should also know pivot points have already told you, right? Like you already knew here. I think it says in my book, I haven't read my book in a long time. I think it says you always, 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 without fail, always, beyond a shadow of a doubt, always exit right here. Where's my old timers? Richard says he's been around since the beginning. Is that true? Who can confirm that 10 or 12 years ago, I would have said, you always, 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 always get out here. Can't even do it. It won't even. I have so many on it. Okay. Anybody? Monthly R2? Always, 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 always. Weekly R2? Yeah, Jimmy. So it's like you knew to buy here, you knew to buy here, you knew to buy here, and you knew to exit. So actually that overrides this. Okay, you could buy this, but you expect a double top, and then it starts to consolidate. Now you expect it to do this. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't have to do that, but that's how you plan. Yes, that's right. And I'll always remember that with Coach Rob and that horrible, horrible penthouse in LA. Where the heck was that conference? Because I've had nice hotels too. Where was that conference? See, the one in Pasadena, I stay at the Langham. Can't remember where that conference was, but man, it sucked. Big. It was big, but it sucked. But anyways, never forget it. Thank you, Forex Pipper. All right. So the short-term short is something like this. Okay. But now, now you got to change time frames and plan your long-term long. That doesn't look bearish to me. Okay, but what about this as a possibility? We break through the 21. You head here, and it fails. Is that reasonably plausible? So that's thinking ahead. This is 1 week down, 1 week up, 2 weeks down. We've just planned out basically the entire month of May. Well, Highlander, it's more than that. Of course, double tops are possible, but are these conditions? If we get a drop next week, does it create the conditions for a drop all of next month? Okay, that's the question. Because we know a double top is always possible. Okay, let's change the scenario completely. Let's say you're not seeing that at all. You see this as bullish, 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 bullish. So you already did the front run. You're already long. Okay, if you're that much of a bull, you're already long. Okay, that's fine. Okay, because you just bought like off the 21. That's cool, man. That's cool. You're already long and strong. You did a Thursday front run or a Friday front run. I love it. That's exactly what you should do. Okay? You're already done with this month's pivots. So what happened, since you're a kick-ass trader, you probably took profit here and you probably bought in here. Okay? Your target is here. Okay? So it'll probably come up here. You hit it early, like Tuesday, right? Comes back down, and then that's 2 weeks from now. Boom! 2 weeks from now. We're setting up next week's trade and the week after next week. Okay? And now what? Now what? Let's say it's approximately May the 10th. Now what? May 10th, and we're here. Yeah, back down. I don't even have room to put this, but back down. So let me put this in your pipe and smoke it. Up next week, okay? Down next week. Up the week after, and maybe even partially after, and then down for the next 2 weeks. So next week looks like a V. The week after is up, up, and then it's going to go for the rest of May. What? And we're gonna be June 1st, somewhere around 106, 107. Holy snap! That's 5 weeks. I'm planning 5 weeks ahead. Right? And some people can't even plan tomorrow, meaning Monday. They can't even show up on Monday. How are you supposed to succeed if you don't even show up? Right? I think Ryan, one time we were having a conversation about success, and he's like, yeah, you know, the old adage, 98% of it is just showing up. I'm like, no. I disagree with that. 98% of it is not sucking. And everyone that doesn't show up is not even in the game. How can I do a high-flying, death-defying 360 slam dunk, put my footprints on their back, if they're not even in the game? They're spectators. You know what I mean? So the guys that show up to play the game, their number one goal now is to not suck, because I'm going to whoop them. So you better bring your A game, right? This is a battle of gladiators, right? How do you know as a gladiator that you've come in second place? How can you tell if a gladiator's come in second place? Yeah. Like, that's it, right? You do have to have an athletic soldier mentality. This is not fun. This is not a game. Millennials might have a problem with this, right? They live in their soft little world of entitlement. Now, this is where you get slapped. So, yeah, you got to show up ready to battle. You know what you're doing Monday. You know what you're doing Tuesday, right? Now, obviously, you don't know the future. So don't get me wrong. You don't know for sure. But you've analyzed the market. You understand that? You've done your work. You've done your homework. You go to practice. You got plans. You got strategy. You got skills. You've looked at the strengths and weaknesses of the enemy and you've prepared. While the enemy just walks on the court, hey, let's play some b-ball. Yeah, let's play some b-ball. How much do you want to put down, son? Right? Because you prepared. You got the skills and you're prepared. You know their strengths and weaknesses. You got strategies. Like, it's not going to be fair. And that's why you win. So, like, I don't know what's going to happen next week or the week after, the week after, or the week after. But I've done some analysis. I know what this is telling me. And there's two options, right? There's always two options, right? So you can say, okay, if it comes down, it's going to do this. That's next week's bearish trade plan. So if that happens, that's great. And then I know that's the monthly bullish trade plan, so then it's going to go up. But what if it goes up this week and not down? Oh, well, then it's going to go here. Oops, I should have done that in black. Then it's going to go up here, and then we'll counter trend. See, if it comes down, then we'll counter trend. So I know it's one of those two. What is the odds, like realistically? Let's just think of it. What's the odds that this stays like this most of next week? Like, how likely? This is just literally going to move in a 20 pip range for the next 4 or 5 days. Minimal. Yeah, like I'd say close to zero. So next week's going to be like this, or next week's going to be like this. I'm certain of it. That's it. I'm certain of it. One of those. So now my job is to use the technical analysis to confirm which one it is. Okay? And that's what we do in the swing trading group. I know how to deal with this. I know how to analyze this. I know how to set it up. Maybe profit taking. Well, profit taking was supposed to happen already right here. We already knew that. Okay? We knew that here, and we knew that here. Okay? On this day, we knew that this was R2. So if you find yourself at R2, you profit. It's not a get in, you profit. It's a get out. Then on this day, for the weekly, we knew that this area right here was a get out. So we're like, oh, that looks like the same thing. Yeah, done. Just done. It's like, it's nothing. It's like nothing. It's so done. So you know if you were bought here, or if you bought here, or if you bought here, or if you bought here, like I've explained to you before, it's all the same trade plan. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4 trades on this. You knew it on this day. You knew to follow it up on this week. You knew to follow it up on this week. You knew to follow it up on this week, right? So now you're up in here, and what do? You get out, you're done. You take profit. You're done. It's that easy. Why? Because you know what you're doing. It's not like you're trying to work out the math. Like the math is crazy. I'm not sure if I got the... No, this is clear. This is clear. Okay? This is clear. Absolutely, totally clear. Okay? Based on being long here. Now, how do you know to be long here? Do you remember what I told you? You created a bias. You were a bull before. There's nothing on this chart to tell you to be a bull. But what is on this chart, it says if this line in the sand holds. If we stay above that line, you're a bull. So you're done. Now it's easy. You didn't know it was going to do that, and you had to have a bias, and even then you didn't know, but you should know enough technical analysis to say, as long as we're above that line, this is more bullish than bearish. So let's put together a bullish trade plan. Here's one. Let's put up a bullish trade plan. Here's one. Let's put up a bullish trade plan. Here's one. Actually, it was here, sorry. Here's one. Here, let's put up a bullish trade plan. There wasn't one unless you trade off the 21, which is ridiculously aggressive, but we already talked about it today. There's one if you want to do that. I wouldn't have done it, but there you go. So for someone that was on their A game, they took this many pips. Oops, sorry. They took this many pips. 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 And they've been out of the market since Tuesday. Done. What is this? 150, 250. It's probably closer to 350, almost 4. So yeah, this you got 400 pips on this. Yeah, good month. There you go. Got it. Okay. The line in the sand was 99. Yeah, but even that, to me, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't need. In this case, I like price action, not necessarily the price. Now, there are psychological levels and stuff, but why not 1.0000? But, but that's how you do it. This is called trade planning. You're a monthly bull, so now you put together weekly trade plans. This is a buy, this is a buy, this is a buy. It's straightforward. This is a little more difficult. It's an out-of-position trade. We can talk about that ahead of time. We can talk about it on Fridays, that's an out-of-position. It could definitely happen. But when we get into this area, I get more risk averse because I know we're closer to the end. Jimbo says it took the middle two out. Perfect. Well, actually getting out yesterday is way late, but whatever. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. That's how you trade. That's how you do it. Boy, I didn't mean to spend this much time, but this is good because we're at such an obvious key level. Okay. If you learned something in the last 45 minutes, what was it? Type it in there. I'm telling you right now while we're hot, tell yourself, but just type it. What did you learn in the last 45 minutes? Just a few words. Don't put it in an essay because it'll take you too long. What can you walk away with? What can you remember 9 months from now? Okay, write it down. This is a note. What's the one thing you can remember from this conversation 9 months ago? Because remember, if you don't document it, the likelihood of you remembering it is nearly zero. Okay? So do yourself a favor, document it. You might want to leave it, when I'm done today, this video is available for you to leave comments probably within 5 minutes, maybe even sooner. You should document it there. Say, thank you, Wayne. Today I learned da-da-da-da-da. Put in great detail. Put in a paragraph if you want. Yeah, it's going to help maybe the video rank a little bit. That's cool, right? But it's going to help you learn. Oh, yeah, Richard. That is like the worst. Force yourself to get out of a losing trade. Is anyone actually willing to write like a paragraph of what they learned and how they're going to change their behavior in the video? We're in a live webinar, but when I stop, it's going to convert to a video. You should document, because I think in YouTube you can actually look up your comments. It'll be there associated with the video.
Quarter-over-quarter expected 2.3%.
What did you learn? How are you going to change?
Expected 1.2%. Core PC expected 1.4%.
Yes. Yes, Reno. That's why I put, Forex trading strategies for beginners or something. I'm trying to get newer people in so I can help them. Yes, in the comments section below the video, once this is done, not in the chat. So when I'm done broadcasting, it becomes video, right? So come back 5-10 minutes after the webinar is over and document to yourself, a note to yourself, what you learned and how you're going to change your behavior. Do it for yourself. It's public, so you're making yourself vulnerable, which means you're more likely to remember. Here we go, guys.
3.2%,
3.2.
GDP above the
3.2, red hot, smoking hot like fire.
Expected price index at 0.9%, 0.3 lower than expected. Core PC at 1.3% is 1/10 lower than expected. Again, headline GDP at 3.2% for the first quarter, and the advanced reading well above at 2.3% expected, and up from 2.2%.
I'm smoking hot like fire. That's hot, man. Hot number. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, that's hot, huh? That's a hot number. Remember, it's irrelevant based on the technical analysis.
Stocks rally on the big GDP print along with interest rates. The 10-year yield now up a basis point to 2.54%. The dollar also firming 111.92 now in the dollar yen, 111.22 in the euro. The euro making a fresh low of 111.12. Firmer dollar, higher rates, and bit of an uptick in stocks here following the big print for first quarter advanced GDP.
I'm smoking hot like fire.
21.5 basis points with the move up as we continue to see some steepening in the U.S. yield curve.
Is this funny? I drew this for you guys on Monday.
GDP export of vehicles plus 3.4%. Commerce Department saying they could not quantify the full effect of partial government.
That looks like an inverse head and shoulders, though, doesn't it?
That's the advanced reading on the GDP data.
You got to be a little careful there, though.
We're also saying first quarter business inventory change adding 0.65 percentage points to the GDP change.
I'm assuming you know how to scalp, so this should not be that difficult. In fact, if you're scalping it, you're going to have it marked up here because that was the pre-release. So you already got a 50% retracement. You can see right here. So I want to mark that, but I also want to mark the bigger one. I always like the bigger move. Shed a tear goes missing you. Still alright to smile. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Oh, irresistible. Wow. Yummy. There's some yumminess in here. Girl, I think about you every day new. So look at all these levels of support and resistance. They're all bouncing, which is nice. And that's why we drew them in advance. Sometimes I get so tense. There you go. Oh, I guess I should show you this.
To the stronger GDP, the euro a little changed, 111.35, little reaction to the dollar.
Check it out. What do you see? Yeah. Nice trade.
Push lower in bond futures, the U.S. 10-year back.
Long and strong. Down to get the frictional.
Trading in ahead of the GDP figures. Stocks remain a bit firmer, but
is that nice?
The Nasdaq continues.
I reversed the market.
Crude futures coming up off the lows of the morning, still down about 2%. WTI crude at 63.94.
The blue line in the moving average is of 55. Okay. So the only thing this tells me, I got to click way back to even get it. The only thing that this tells me is that the market has been bullish. Let me clear this. The market has been bullish since here. That's all it tells me. So from this point, I should be a bull. Up, 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 down, down, buy. 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 Up, 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 up. It's easy. I could do this all day long. Taxing that Kiwi. Okay? And that's all it is. From here, it's technically bullish on this time frame. Up, buy the roll reversal. Up, buy the roll reversal. Up, buy the roll reversal. Up, buy roll. Oops. No, I did that one. Up, yeah, buy the roll reversal. Up, buy the roll reversal. Up, comes back here. Maybe I'll buy that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All day long. Taxing that. Okay? Don't make it complicated. But you got to have a plan. What was my plan? I knew that this was supportive the day before. I knew this was supportive 26 days ago. Look where I bought. La 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 la. And so it did this. Yeah. Well, of course I'm going to buy that. But what do we know here? Things are going to get tough real fast. Don't be shocked if you see this, huh? Don't be shocked. Have a plan. Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, I got to go because I got to meet the swing traders at 9. See you at 9 in the morning. Is it 9? Yeah, I think it's 9, right? 9. Yeah, I want to meet you guys at, 9. Is it 9 or 9:30? 9:30. I guess it's 9:30, right?
Earnings slides.
I'll check the schedule. Whatever. It's in the schedule. Swing trading group. I'll meet you over whatever the regular scheduled time is. We'll start planning out all of next week's trades, maybe even next month's trades. For everyone else, I invite you to visit fxbootcamp.com. Sign up for the training. Sign up for the group. Get yourself squared away. Go through performance coaching. Learn how to trade. Learn price action. Learn pivot points. Learn moving average, leading and lagging indicators, learn fundamental analysis, whatever, it's all there. I put it together for you because you keep asking for it. I can't cover everything in amazing detail every single day. So if you want to get good, take the training. And then as you get good through these free webinars, make sure you're paying it back. Make sure you have an account with Trader's Way. And then when you're ready to trade real money because of the skills you got together, make sure you put real money with Trader's Way. They're the ones that are making you great. They said, Wayne, We want our traders to be great. We want them to succeed. That's the type of partner you want.
Saying that reduced uncertainty and improvement in confidence are needed.
Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Have a wonderful weekend. There's at least 4,000 videos associated with my work on YouTube. Make sure you watch them all. It's only 4,000 hours, yo. Come on. Hey, I'll do COT on Monday if you ask me, but ask me in the first half an hour, not in the last 5 minutes. Okay? I'm happy to do that. Swing trading says 9:30. I'll see you at 9:30 for my swing trading group. If you're not in my swing trading group, you got 45 minutes to join.